Hello everyone, it is a great pleasure to do another short video on recent changes going to happen in the Ielts exam as well as some changes of the speaking test. Now we can see by looking at the Ielts exam context, we can see that the competition between Ielts and PTE exam is increasing rapidly. So we can see that now PTE is slowly capturing the market share of the Ielts and PTE test is trending against Ielts by capturing the market share of the Ielts exam. This situation, how to manage by the Ielts holding authorities is one of the very important thing we have to consider. So I strongly believe to face this situation, in future Ielts exam will get more easy. Now also we can see these changes. Now when looking at the feedback of my students, what they gave to me regarding the exams of October 2023, we understood that Ielts exam is little bit easier than previous exams. So again, especially speaking test and listening test as well as writing test, we can see the easiness. So that is one of the action I think Ielts authorities are going to take to compete with the PTE by challenging that current trends. As well as I believe in future, so they will try to reduce the registration fees as well as when you are taking the exam for the second time, the condition to do the 4 subjects, whatever the times you are doing, that decision may be cancelled in future. So if you want to take the Ielts exam for the second time, most probably you will get a chance to do only the module you need to do. I think this kind of changes will happen in future. That is very positive for the students who are planning to do the Ielts exam. By looking at the speaking test, so I am very happy to share with you some recent revelations and evidences coming from the students who completed the Ielts exam in month of October 2023 from my students. So by looking at the feedbacks came from my students, what I can see, the overall speaking test is easy compared to last 2-3 years exams. So that especially we can see the exam that examiners are asking slightly easy questions as well as very common questions we can see in the Ielts exams. They're not asking some new questions, they are asking lot of common questions what we see in the Ielts exam context. That's the one thing we observed. And again, that the feedback of my students, I understood that the exam is easy. The easiness, students reflect that when they put the earphones, they can hear very nicely. So they can hear very nicely means that is not that because of that hi-fi, that high quality headsets. So this kind of headset provided earlier also, but they say the reflection of what they say is that exam is easy. Now they can hear clearly. It means that listening parts are easy. So those are the very positive things actually we have to be considered. Again, that the feedback says that the examiners try to ask lot of questions. It means that before that student finish his or her answer, examiner move to the next question. So he's asking number of questions, but questions are easy. It means that the exam is moving very fast, but questions are easy. So that is the current trend of the Ielts speaking test. So by looking at the feedbacks of my students more detail, I would like to share with you those information through this video. Especially by looking at the Ielts speaking part 1, we can see that they are asking one of the very common question like, can you tell me about yourself, your family and hometown? So this is very common question last 5-6 years in the Ielts exam. So every student can get prepared for that. So coming that kind of question, it's very good advantage for the students. Why? Because they can answer well, they can prepare well for that question. And again, another very common question in month of October is asking about what kind of job you like to do. So then asking that how you enjoy your job, after finish your job, what kind of feeling you have, So do you like to apply robots to your job? If apply robots, how it support to you? What are the disadvantage of applying robots to doing jobs? Likewise, some questions asked under IELTS speaking part 1. But some student told me that IELTS speaking part 1, they face some questions like like item repairing and fixing. So what kind of talents you have if any item break down at your home to fix it? They're asking that it's useful to learn about how to fixing those items. And again asking that do you get always support of the technician if you face this kind of challenges? So what are the challenges of taking the support of the technician when fixing items? So that's also one of the very common question in IELTS speaking part 1 in this season. In addition to that, some students were asked like regarding ice cream. That's very tasty and interesting topic. So do you like to eat ice cream? Do you know how to prepare ice cream? Do you have any close ice cream shops in your hometown? This kind of questions also asked under IELTS speaking part 1. In addition, one or two students told me ask question on the teacher most influence to them. So under that why you like that teacher? Did you have interest on her? What kind of interest you had? So what are the good qualities of that teacher you observed? And again ask some questions on language. Which language did you like? Why do you like that language? What are the reasons that you have a great preference on that language? Why languages are important for our life? So this kind of questions came like very common question in IELTS speaking part 1. So when looking at IELTS speaking part 2 as well as part 3, so most of the students told me that in the part 2, one of the common question is that a park you visited under cue card question. So then for that topic, you will get a 1 minute time for the preparation. At the end of the 1 minute, you will go for a 2 minute speech. So the best park you visited. So that is the topic. Then after student complete his or her speech, examiner asks some question on do you have a park close to your city? Some teenagers like to go to parks. So why teenagers like to go for parks? Or why some teenagers don't like to go for parks? Likewise, different questions they have asked. So some student told me that the one of the question after the cue card of the interesting park you visited was that vegetable cultivation and flower cultivation. Which one do you like? So why people like flower cultivation? But why some people don't like flower cultivation and they like to vegetable cultivation? What are the advantages of cultivating flowers? And what are the advantages of cultivating vegetables? Those are some kind of the question came. Some student told me that under part 2, they got a topic like the job you like to do in future. So under that topic, under part 3, they asked some questions on what are the popular jobs in Sri Lanka. So what kind of jobs are highly paid? So what are the jobs create more stress to the employee? So if you get a job in customer management, how you balance the customers? If you are doing customer related job, how customer satisfaction you maintain? So this kind of question came to them. Another very common question under part 2 was a time you spend with the child. Then who is that child? Why did you spend time with that child? This kind of question came. So then parents under part 3, there are some questions on why parents give more toys to children. If giving toys is a good approach to control children. why they like toys, why some children don't like toys, and do you think that children's children's preference on toys having in the past and present some any different changes? This kind of questions came under that. But some question told that another common question in IELTS speaking part 2 was the game you played when you were a small child. Then after that, in the part 3, examiner asked number of questions on win and defeat. How you can enjoy winning, how you can enjoy defeating. Do you think that the people who win should always give prizes? And again asking some question that people even defeat, do you need to give some prizes? Those are some kind of the common questions came under speaking part 3. So the students who are planning to do IELTS end of 2023 as well as early 2024, I would like to suggest them to look at those important points before you are going for the IELTS speaking test. So in future, I believe IELTS exam will be an easy exam than current. So I invite you all, be with IELTS exam, prepare well, be confident, and face the IELTS exam with your maximum energy. So when you are planning to go for the exam in November, December or early January 2024, please look at this video, see my points and try to understand those things for your winning journey. So finally, I wish you all the best for your IELTS effort and as well as your migration journey. Thank you very much for watching my video. Thank you.